Thank you for tuning in to the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama, coming to you live from fabulous Las Vegas, home of the local 226 Culinary Union. Nearly 10,000 Las Vegas casino workers might go on strike because of Obamacare unintended consequences. Nevada unions could split with Democrats over Obamacare. Let's take a look here. Contract negotiations are stalled for thousands of workers at casinos on the Strip and in downtown Las Vegas to the point where they may go on strike. And the sticking point is Obamacare. On February 20, thousands of housekeepers, porters, cooks, cocktail servers, and others represented by Nevada's largest union, the Culinary Union Local 226, voted to end a contract extension the workers agreed to last summer. The union wants to maintain its current benefits, including health care coverage at no cost to the workers, pensions, and guaranteed 40-hour work weeks. Rising healthcare costs due to provisions in the Affordable Care Act could put those benefits in jeopardy, the union says. The biggest hurdle to reaching settlements in Vegas is the new costs imposed on our health plan by Obamacare. Donald D. Taylor, president of Unite Here, the parent union of Culinary Union Local 226, told BuzzFeed in a statement. Even though the president and Congress promised we could keep our health plan, the reality is, unless the law is fixed, that won't be true, end quote. On March 20, workers will have the opportunity to decide whether or not they would want to walk off the job at several hotels, including the Stratosphere, the Riviera, and the Plaza. The vote wouldn't necessarily start a strike. A successful vote would merely give the union the right to authorize a strike. But once a motion to strike passed with a simple majority, workers could walk off the job at any time. Union leaders have long voiced concerns over the healthcare law's effect on their Taft-Hartley plans, which are collectively bargained plans maintained by multiple employers and a labor union. Under the Affordable Care Act, Taft-Hartley plan recipients, like the members of CU 226, are not eligible for tax subsidies. That makes some unions' employees more expensive for employers who provide health care, making employers less agreeable with it comes time to foot the bill. Taylor has been outspoken about his displeasure with President Barack Obama's signature healthcare law for some time, going as far as meeting with one of his top critics, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, earlier this year. This is a far cry from how most union leaders have handled their Obamacare grievances, often towing the line between admitting the law needs changing and actually criticizing the administration. Quote, "You can't just order people to do stuff," Taylor told the Washington Post in January. "If the health plan gets wrecked, why would they then go campaign for the folks responsible for wrecking their health care?" In response to the contract situation, CU Local 226 has already worked out a deal with MGM Resorts and Caesars Entertainment, which covers another 35,000 workers. The deal includes free healthcare coverage for all workers, as well as other provisions the unions say protect workers. Similar health care plans at other non-union hotels cost between $300 and $400 a month, according to internal union documents. CU Local 226 represented approximately 55,000 workers overall. Ivana Cancela, political director for CU Local 226, said with rising healthcare costs due to Obamacare, employers have started to say they can no longer afford to pay for their healthcare. In some situations, companies have asked workers to also pay into an HMO. Union workers upset with President Barack Obama's healthcare law might stay home this election year, hurting Democratic chances at the ballot box, according to union leaders who say their nonprofit insurance plans are being treated unfairly. Dee Taylor, the head of the Unite Here, which represented 265,000 members in casino, hotel, restaurants, laundry services nationwide, came away last week from Washington meeting angry at the Obama administration for allowing the Affordable Care Act to harm nonprofit healthcare plans like the unions. Quote, "I'm not thinking about November elections, nor are my members," Taylor said in a statement to the Las Vegas Review-Journal. "It's almost impossible to get excited for any election with the loss of our health plans looming over us and no fix in sight." Danny Thompson, the executive secretary-treasurer of the AFL-CIO, was just as blunt. Quote, "Union members have serious concerns with how the ACA will affect their plans," he said in a statement. "We have to prioritize. Workers will make the decision about elections. I can't imagine the threat that their health plans won't be a factor." Union leaders argue the healthcare law has subjected union negotiation plans to new taxes, $63 per person, and costly mandates without corresponding benefits and subsidies. $1 trillion over 10 years, available to companies that offer private coverage to workers. That's right, I said $1 trillion over 10 years. That's what's at stake with the unions. That's what they're thinking about in these Democratic elections. In the Las Vegas area, the Culinary Health Fund has added nearly 15,000 adults younger than age 26 to the plan since October 1st, 2009, at a total cost of $41.3 million through October 2013, the union said. In 2009, the fund on its own added 1,722 dependent adults younger than age 23 and in school at a cost of $2.6 million. Obamacare in 2010 bumped the age limit to 26 and eliminated required students or dependent status. The cost has risen each year, hitting $16.3 million for 2012 alone. Qualifying individuals and for-profit companies can get subsidies, while nonprofit union plans aren't allowed to compete against for-profit insurance companies on the new health exchange. Union, I'm laughing because they did this to themselves. Union leaders predicted their plans will become non-competitive over time, forcing union workers to switch to Obamacare or private plans. Quote, "Our members like their plans, period. They want to keep them, period," Taylor wrote in a scathing opinion piece Friday in Huffington Post. Quote, "It is stunning how little they," Obama administration officials, "understand or deliberately chose to obfuscate the facts concerning their own health legislation." Taylor said the easiest fix would be for the federal government to simply deem nonprofit union plans, quote, "qualified health plans for the purpose of receiving subsidies and participating in the exchanges." The Culinary Workers Union, which represents about 55,000 workers in Nevada casinos, hospitality, and tourism sectors, said no formal decision has been made to sit out the election in protest, but union leaders and members are frustrated. Quote, "I don't think we're the decision-making point, but our members are very concerned about this, considering how hard they fought for the health care that they have," said Ivana Cancela, spokeswoman for Culinary Union Local 226. "Our primary concern is that our plans are treated differently than the for-profit plans, and therefore it stifles the ability to compete and ultimately could push our plans into extinction." I don't want to be the one to say I told you so, because I didn't tell them so, but I told everybody else so. And ultimately, the unions are in like the worst position because they fought for it and Not only are they going to be not just forced for Obamacare, but their nonprofit health insurance is going to be penalized, and they can't compete against the for-profit insurance companies. Now, how do you like them apples? Tell me what you think about this. Share this video everywhere that you possibly can. Thank you.